Everyone, close your eyes for a moment. Feel the fact that you're breathing right now. Feel your heart beating. Feel your feet on the floor beneath you. Open your eyes. What you just felt, that sensation of being alive, that is the starting point of everything I want to talk about today. A few years ago, on a very ordinary Tuesday morning, I collapsed. I was getting ready for a meeting, drinking my coffee, and I just went down. It was burnout. No sleep, zero exercise, living off fast food, and vending machine snacks. Back then, I actually wore my busyness like a badge of honor. But lying in that hospital bed, staring at the ceiling, I asked myself for the very first time, what have I actually been living for? Modern Americans have a strange set of priorities. Career comes first, relationships come first, money comes first, success comes first, and the body? The body is always last. I'll take care of it later. I'm too busy right now. Just a little more, and then I'll rest. And yet, we take our cars in for regular tune-ups. We charge our phones every single night. We water our plants. But the one thing that makes all of that possible, our own body, we only pay attention to it when it breaks down, when it gets sick, when it completely gives out on us. According to the World Health Organization, about 74% of deaths worldwide are caused by non-communicable chronic diseases, things like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. And what do all of these diseases have in common? Physical inactivity, poor diet, and lack of sleep. In other words, these are things we have the power to change. We are dying from causes we could have prevented. Most people think of health as one goal among many. New Year's resolution, lose weight. This month's goal, sign up for the gym. But today I want to completely flip that perspective for you. Health is not a goal. Health is a foundation. Think about building a house. No matter how beautiful the interior design is, no matter how expensive the furniture is, if the foundation is weak, the whole house will collapse. Our lives work exactly the same way. No matter how big your dreams are, no matter how wonderful your relationships are, no matter how much money you make, if your body can't hold up, everything else falls apart. The philosopher Schopenhauer once said, "A healthy beggar is happier than a sick king." That was said hundreds of years ago, but I challenge you to find a truth more relevant to the world we live in today. I want to share 3 truths with you today. The first truth: your body is the vehicle for every single experience you will ever have. Every emotion you feel, every thought you think, every moment of love, all of it is experienced through your body. Holding the hand of someone you love, the joy of eating a great meal, hearing your child laugh, none of that is possible without your body. Neuroscience research proves the same thing over and over again. People who exercise regularly have significantly lower rates of depression, higher creativity and focus, and a much greater ability to manage their emotions. Taking care of your body is taking care of your mind. The body and the mind are not two separate things. The second truth: health is the most democratic asset in existence. So many things we want in life: a nice home, a nice car, fame, power. All of them require conditions. They require money, luck, and timing. But health is different. Yes, healthcare inequality is a very real problem in this country. But the basic habits of good health, walking 30 minutes a day, getting enough sleep, eating vegetables, these things cost almost nothing. Health is the one asset that is never completely out of reach for anyone from the very beginning. The third truth: when you lose your health, everything else loses its meaning. A very successful businessman once told me, "In my 30s, I sold my health to make money. In my 50s, I tried to spend all that money to buy my health back, but I found out that health isn't something money can buy." Do you know what a person who has just been diagnosed with cancer wishes for more than anything else? They wish to go back to yesterday. To the yesterday where they walked more, slept better, and ate well. At this point, some of you might be thinking, "He's right, but I'm just too busy." Or, "He's right, but I think it might be too late for me." Both of those thoughts are wrong. The actions you take for your health do not have to be dramatic. You don't need to run a marathon tomorrow. You don't need to build a perfect meal plan starting Monday. Research shows that just 22 minutes of moderate physical activity per day is enough to offset the increased risk of death from a sedentary lifestyle. 22 minutes. That's less time than most people spend scrolling through their phones before bed. Sleep is the same story. When sleep drops below 7 hours, your immune system weakens, your judgment gets cloudy, and your emotions become harder to control. On the flip side, simply getting enough sleep improves memory, lowers stress hormones, and strengthens your heart. Sleep is one of the most powerful prescriptions available to us. So why do we treat it like a sign of laziness? And it is never too late. Start exercising in your 60s and your muscles will still grow back. Change your diet in your 70s and your blood pressure will still come down. Our bodies are always, always ready to heal. They just need us to give them the chance. Lying in that hospital bed, I made one decision. I was done treating my body as just a tool to achieve my goals. I was going to respect it. My life changed after that. I slept better. I thought more clearly. I loved more deeply. I made better decisions. I was able to be more fully present in every single moment. I want to ask you something. What kind of life do you want to live? What kind of person do you want to be? Who do you want to love? What do you want to build? The answer to every single one of those questions lives inside the body you're sitting in right now. Taking care of your body is not giving up on your ambitions. Taking care of your body is the most fundamental choice you can make to actually live the life you want. Tonight, when you get home, just do one thing. Go to sleep 30 minutes earlier than usual. Or take a 15-minute walk after dinner. Or take the stairs instead of the elevator just once. Your body is waiting for you to send it a signal. The signal that says, I haven't given up on you. The most important project of your life is your body. Thank you.